Welcome back, brothers and sisters. In today's video, we're continuing our full read-through of Monster Psalms, my Kickstarter book of 1,034 new ideas for your classic RPG foes. We are on the Alien Table 3, which is going to give you 1d6 intentions of the fourth kind. So motivations for why Xenos life might come to your high fantasy RPG world, or whatever kind of world you're running for your campaign. Couple quick announcements though before we jump into that list. I have a new Kickstarter coming up this February as part of Kickstarter Zine Quest, which is like a TTRPG specific initiative. It's all about just kind of the DIY, small little paperback booklet culture that is a zine. Mine is the Doomed Stronghold. It's going to be a zine full of random tables to build and inspire ideas for a stronghold for your characters to go find, purge of enemies and monsters, and make their own. It's really cool. I've already put a video out sharing one of the first lists of some city-themed strongholds. The pre-launch page for that is down in the description, so you can go follow the project and get notified when it goes live. There will be an early bird special or a discounted tier for the first couple backers. And then also, there are still about like 36 hardcover copies of Monster Psalms on my shop, so the link to buy that is down below if you are interested. But other than that, let's jump into this list and let us pray. Idea number 1. The alien has come here seeking 1d6 mortal saviors to help liberate their world from a tyrant, hostile takeover type deal. They want to come to this world, your fantasy D&D world, find some heroes that they can dupe into coming back with them to their world to free them, right? To free their people. Now, I have that note here that it's a hostile takeover. That could be true, or maybe there was a hostile takeover that occurred on the planet and that's what they're bringing your characters to come liberate from, right? You don't have to have it be like this big bait and switch, but the real value of this idea, I think, is that you can take your high fantasy adventuring party and transport them to a super sci-fi alien world and do the John Carter of Mars story, right? When they show up there, the atmosphere or something about the magics on this world take them from level 1 up to level 10. But what's really cool about this, now that I'm thinking about it, is it's a perfect one-shot. If you wanted to just do a break from the action in your normal campaign and shoot them up to a high level for a short period of time and then come back to your normal campaign and they like have to go back down to level 3, I think that could actually be kind of fun. Like, you go experience the craziness that astral planar travel has to offer with D&D campaigns, and then you come back to your low fantasy, low level, and get to kind of think about, ooh, I can't wait to get back up to that level and unlock that stuff on our world, and how we go about doing that would be really, really fun, I think. Idea number 2, the alien has come here with the plans and tools needed to strip this planet bare of its carbon in 1d12 days without harming any of its carbon-based life. So maybe I envision this being like a mining caravan of like blue-collar workers. I think it would be really fun here if they weren't these super powerful, evil alien BBGs, right? They're not mind flayers. They're just workers. They don't even necessarily want to be doing the work that they're doing because it's miserable and it's dangerous, and they just show up to these backwater planets that are like medieval or whatever. They set up their big magical mining contraptions, and then what happens from that point? Maybe these devices could, like, they literally just break down and necrotize, I don't think that's a word, but some sort of necrotic magics that break down all of the rock and the minerals on your planet. So, this would be cool. Maybe your planet, if they're successful in this, it just begins to crumple in on itself, and access to the Underdark becomes way more common as huge swaths of land fall away. Or maybe they're harvesting diamonds. Like, carbon is a very important element in making diamonds, so all of your high level magics, your resurrections, your reincarnations, whatever other spells use diamonds, are becoming increasingly more difficult to actually be able to cast, and if these aliens are successful, will be gone from your world forever. It'll just be immortal life left on their world with no way to do these fantastical miracles, which maybe makes it just like our world. That'd be kind of interesting. Idea number 3, the alien has come here to collect data on the precise levels of psychosis and or mania mortal minds can endure before succumbing to true insanity. Another one that I think is good for a one-shot. If you want to have your party abducted by aliens and experimented on, what is the exact experiment? Well, they're doing scarecrow fear experiments. They're putting your characters through their worst nightmares. They're bringing up their flaws in the worst ways possible to just see, like, can we drive these people to true insanity. Now, why are they doing that? Geez, that's like, I don't even think you need to have an answer for that. Honestly, it's just like they're weird, evil aliens. That's just what they do, right? Your players are not going to necessarily question why they're doing this. And if they do, the aliens can just give them these like, blank stares and blink with their big giant eyes and speak in a weird language. And then it's just like, oh, fuck, we got to kill these things to get off of the ship, right? And the types of fun magics you can work with or technology you can work with for these experiments could also be really cool. Is it all just based off of the toxins that they're pumping into the chambers through ventilation, and if the characters can figure out a way to seal up those vents, they're no longer going to be suffering these effects, and that's how they break off of the ship? Or is it just based off of being in proximity of the aliens? They have some sort of telekinetic ability, so the party needs to shut that off or build up their endurance to the exposure. That could be a fun way to start off the one shot. They've just been on the ship long enough that they are starting to see through the illusions. Ooh, that'd be cool. Idea number 4. The alien has come here to study the PCs from a safe distance in hopes of one day understanding the strange martyr-like behavior of what this world's inhabitants call heroes. Holy cow, you could have so much fun with this. So, first of all, your party's going to start noticing, like, what is that weird sphere floating in the air that's been following us for a while? Or what was that was just, like, in the edge of the woods watching us that had multiple eyes? That's really freaky. And they're going to start to want to investigate that. And eventually you'll want to have them probably meet this alien NPC. Now, are they evil? I don't really think so based off this idea. I don't think you could have as much fun with it if they were evil. My first thought was, they're here studying the heroes and documenting their tales because, yes, it's very strange and mysterious behavior compared to their, like, xeno species, but maybe they bring all of that information back to their world and they're like a renowned author. They're the ones who, like, wrote the, like, Conan the Barbarian stories on their planet by coming to our world and literally watching Conan the Barbarian or whatever your party's characters are, right? They watch them and, I guess, in a way, like, are plagiarizing their adventures and stories. And then the fun you could have revealing to your characters that they are famous beyond belief, but not on their world, on an alien world, that this Xenos NPC that they're interacting with regularly, this some sort of, like, alien bard, has made them famous. And then they can maybe start getting paid for that. That would be fun. Idea number 5. The alien has come here on an unholy mission to awaken their people's ancestral sword of the Elder Mind. That sounds like a Mind Flayer adventure hook if I ever heard one. So they've come to this planet maybe for the first time. If you wanted to introduce Mind Flayers, they don't have to have been this ancient species that has been trying to take over your world forever. Maybe this is the first time they've come here, and with a very specific reason. They have sent their own martyr. They've sent their own hero with this blade that will only be awakened maybe if it drinks the cerebral fluid of 1D100 of this world's most brilliant minds. So this Mind Flayer villain is seeking out mages, alchemists, artificers, scholars, all those types of people to reap the miracles that lie within their brain and feed it to this sword so that they can bring it back to their world, place it into the... Ooh, here's a cool idea. What if, playing off the idea of the sword and the stone, maybe they need to bring it back to their world and put it in this petrified elder brain. And when they slide it into the grooves, it awakens the thing. That's just a fun little side-off idea. But yeah, what if this Mind Flayer is specifically hunting your party because they have a wizard in the group? Or they're hunting and have abducted the party's wizard patron, and that's what brings the party into this adventure. They have to go save their mage NPC, and then they uncover what's actually going on and the true scale of it, and they have to now prevent that from happening. Very fun. And the final idea, number 6, the unholy alien has come here to hide astral telepathers that will lure a world-devouring parasite here to your world rather than their world. So this is a sort of Silver Surfer Galactus-inspired idea, I guess. Like, they're gonna show up on your planet, and this could be, like, what are these telepathers? Are they beacons, like big weird satellite dish antenna things that they're hiding around your world, and when your players are off on some overland travel, that's one of the random encounters they have? They're like, what the hell is this thing? Like, I've never seen anything like this. And they can start to get the sense after they maybe encounter another one of them of what it's doing, or your artificer can start to try and study this thing, right? They bring in the mage to see what this is, or going in a totally different direction, maybe more the Mind Flayer route, they are planting these parasites in your characters' minds or in the minds of NPCs on your world. But these little worm parasites aren't turning these people into mind flayers. They're turning them into living organic satellite dishes that are calling this huge giant mind grub to the world, or whatever weird doomsday, alien thing you want to have show up. But I think I like that second idea more, because if one of the characters gets infected, then what does the party do? Like, it's are we willing to kill one person to save the world type dilemma that is such a classic storytelling technique. Or, put it in an NPC that then the party has to decide, what are we going to do with this person that we love? And that'll do it for the 1d6 list of unholy intentions for aliens that are visiting your RPG world. Don't forget, you can pick up Monster Psalms, the hardcover copy, on my website, as well as the PDF, which is templated just like how you're seeing it on the screen, right? Every list has its own page that you can print out with the art, and a little blank space down here for notes. Also, don't forget, go follow the pre-launch page for the Doomed Stronghold, so you can pick up that zine when it launches on Kickstarter. There's going to be all kinds of cool art and tons of awesome Doomified ideas that I'm very excited to keep sharing. So, thank you all for watching. That's basically it for me today. And we say these things in their unholy names. Amen.